Campoche, a 200 to 300-year-old school that has served generations of Italian children, has been forced to close due to a lack of students. And it's not just isolated cases. Over 6,000 villages in Italy are now deserted. Italy is facing a serious problem. The birth rate has been declining rapidly in recent decades, leading to a shrinking population and the abandonment of many villages. In 2015, the Italian health minister even declared that Italy was dying due to the low birth rate. The total fertility rate, which measures the average number of children a woman has fallen to 1.25, the lowest in over 160 years. In an attempt to address this issue, the Italian government launched a campaign called National Fertility Day in 2016. However, the campaign was widely criticized for its tone and message, and the posters used were even removed from the government's website due to public outrage. The decline in the birth rate is due to a complex combination of factors, including economic challenges, lack of affordable housing, and a changing social landscape. Many young Italians are delaying having children or choosing not to have them at all due to financial concerns and uncertainties about the future. The consequences of this declining birth rate are far-reaching, affecting everything from the economy to the social fabric of the country. With a smaller population, Italy will face challenges in supporting its aging population and maintaining its infrastructure. The government needs to address these issues head-on by implementing policies that support families, promote economic growth, and create a more stable and secure future for young Italians. Only by addressing the root causes of the declining birth rate, Italy can hope to reverse the trend and ensure a brighter future for its people. The Italian government's policies have a significant impact on the declining birth rate. One of the most concerning practices is the blank resignation clause, which requires women to sign blank resignation letters before starting a job. This means that employers can fire them at any time if they become pregnant. This practice discourages women from pursuing careers and raises doubts about their future job security, making it less appealing for them to have children. Another problematic policy is the restriction on surrogacy. Surrogacy allows couples who cannot conceive naturally to have a child through the help of a surrogate mother. However, Italy only allows IVF, which can be expensive and may not be suitable for everyone. The ban on surrogacy further limits the options for couples who want to have children but cannot do so on their own. These policies are just two examples of how the Italian government's actions are hindering families from having children. To address this issue, the government needs to adopt more supportive policies that promote family values and provide better support for couples who want to have children. Another issue is the lack of rights for same-sex couples. In Italy, same-sex couples cannot adopt or have children through IVF. This exclusionary policy makes it difficult for same-sex couples to start families and contributes to the declining birth rate. In addition to these restrictive policies, Italy's economic instability is also a major factor in the declining birth rate. The country has experienced 3 recessions in the past 10 years, leading to high unemployment and low wages. This economic uncertainty makes it difficult for young couples to afford to have children. Furthermore, the high cost of living in Italy makes it challenging for families to raise children. The average income in Italy is relatively low, while the cost of housing and childcare is high. This financial strain makes it difficult for families to make ends meet, and it can discourage couples from having children. Finally, Italy's aging population is another factor contributing to the declining birth rate. The percentage of elderly people in Italy is higher than in many other developed countries. This aging population puts a strain on resources and infrastructure, making it more difficult to support families and children. The Italian government needs to implement policies that support families and promote a more child-friendly environment. This may include providing financial assistance to families, expanding access to childcare, and creating more opportunities for same-sex couples to have children. To address this issue, Italy needs to learn from the example of Sweden, which has successfully reversed a similar trend. Sweden's success can be attributed to 2 key policies: childcare and parental leave. Sweden's childcare policy is designed to make it easy and affordable for parents to have children. The government provides generous subsidies for preschools, and there is a cap on fees that cannot exceed 3% of a parent's income. This means that parents can afford to have children without worrying about the financial burden of childcare. Sweden also has a generous parental leave policy, with 16 months of paid leave mandated for both mothers and fathers. This gives parents the time they need to bond with their children and care for them during their early years. By implementing these policies, Sweden has been able to increase its birth rate and reduce the number of senior citizens. Italy can learn from Sweden's example by adopting similar policies that support families and make it easier for people to have children. In addition to these policies, Italy also needs to address the economic challenges that are preventing young people from having children. The high cost of living, the lack of affordable housing, and the uncertain job market are all factors that are making it difficult for young people to start families. Addressing these challenges will make Italy a more attractive place for young people to settle down and raise families. Sweden has been able to effectively address its declining birth rate by implementing supportive policies that encourage families to have children. One key policy is generous parental leave, which allows fathers to take time off work to care for their children. Today, 30% of Swedish fathers take parental leave, which helps them bond with their children and share the responsibilities of parenthood. Additionally, single parents in Sweden receive a generous 480 days of parental leave. These policies have made Sweden a more family-friendly country and have contributed to the stabilization of the birth rate. Italy, on the other hand, has not implemented similar supportive policies. The country's blank resignation clause makes it difficult for women to plan for a family, and the ban on surrogacy further limits the options for couples who want to have children. Italy needs to adopt more family-friendly policies to encourage couples to have children and to ensure a stable population in the future. Despite the demographic difficulties facing Italy, an optimistic tomorrow is possible. Finding a long-term remedy begins with understanding the causes of the problem. Italy's declining population is a wake-up call for the country's people, government, and international community to work together to provide practical solutions. Italy's population trajectory will be significantly shaped by the cooperation of these stakeholders. Through recognition of the issue and calculated action, Italy can turn misfortune into an advantage. By working together and using strategic planning, Italy can not only get past its demographic challenges, but also create the conditions for a strong and prosperous future. Change-oriented commitment and shared responsibility are the first steps on the path towards sustainability. What do you think about this, guys? Did you know that Italy is facing such a serious problem? Do you have any better solutions for Italy to address this issue? If yes, then let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you next time.